Thanks for joining us. I'm Tiffany Chan with the WBZ News Update, our top stories. It is official. The New England Patriots announcing Jerod Mayo as their new head coach. The former linebacker succeeds Bill Belichick, who spent 24 years on the Pats sidelines. The decision came from Foxborough quickly after an 8-year playing career with the Patriots, where he won a Super Bowl. Jerod Mayo spent some time working outside of football. He's been coaching under Bill Belichick the past 5 years, going from linebackers coach to de facto defensive coordinator. WBZ's Dan Roach broke down why the Patriots were able to make this move so quickly.
And Jonathan Kraft had a plan in place for one day to have a successor to Bill Belichick, and that man was Jerod Mayo. So because it was already written into his contract, Mayo didn't have to go through the entire interview process. Same thing with other candidates, so they were able to name Jerod Mayo the next head coach right away.
Now, a press conference is set for Wednesday. WBZ is your home for the New England Patriots as we continue our coverage on the new Patriots head coach and the legacy of former coach Bill Belichick. For more details, head to our website, WBZ.com. And in Manchester, New Hampshire, authorities say there has been a shooting involving an officer. Sky Eye was over the scene near Pine and Plummer Streets. The Attorney General's office there says the man who was shot has been taken to the hospital and there is no other threat to the public. Now, we don't know why police fired on the suspect or the suspect's condition. The Attorney General's office is investigating. Also, the highest court in Massachusetts says people younger than 21 can no longer be sentenced to life without parole. The Supreme Judicial Court raised the minimum age for a life sentence from 18 to 21. The justices cited research on the brains of young adults and when they are fully developed. The decision means some people convicted of crimes when they were between the ages of 18 and 21 will become eligible for parole. The Suffolk County District Attorney says his office has already identified around 70 inmates who will be affected by this decision. Now, we are tracking another storm headed our way this weekend. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Jason Mikell.
Next weather alert. Another one is happening, Tiffany. We just cannot get done with these. This is the third storm within a week period right here in southern New England. And by all accounts, we're still going to be watching a parade of storms move in within the next week as well. 1 to 2 inches, so another couple inches on top of what we've already received thus far this week alone, with more wind gusts expected to move on in and also a remaining threat for some scattered power outages. Let's get right into sort of our watch zone right now. Inland as well as coastline areas swathe in a flood watch across the region, even some coastal flood watches being posted. Hampton Beach a couple days ago having some coastal erosion there that still remains a threat in that area, even along the harbor region, getting down to the south shore of the Cape as well as the islands. That's where the highest wind alerts are going to be posted. Again, everything really starts to go downhill overnight tonight. Temperatures remain elevated above normal. Average highs should be about 36 degrees. That is exactly where temperatures are expected to settle overnight tonight. With increasing winds moving right in with the heavy rain, this will likely lead to some morning downpours across the area. So ponding on primary, secondary roadways. Again, our rivers, our streams, certainly some of those low-lying roadways right along the creeks and streams really will be accounting for extra caution this morning. Again, we cannot impress upon that enough for you. Still with the southerly wind arriving, that'll likely keep our temperatures elevated in the mid to upper 50s, believe it or not, in mid-January. That's likely to happen on our Saturday. By Sunday and Monday, we begin to dry things out. Again, there'll likely still be some flooding concerns across the region. Windy conditions prevail on Sunday. Chilly winds move back in, 30s to be expected in the daytime hours. And yeah, another storm threat arriving by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. For all 50 states, there is some sort of weather alert in effect. The lower 48 from coast to coast has a lot of the weather alerts posted right now. Cold and snowy conditions, likely some blizzard conditions expected in the upper Midwest. Severe weather earlier on our Friday, even getting down into Mississippi at this hour. Rainy and windy conditions, and look at the flooding concerns. These are river notches, okay, from the mid-Atlantic all the way up to the northeast with gale warnings along the Atlantic coastline. Now our time frame here. As far as the system is concerned, 8:30 tomorrow morning, notice the system begins to pull away. The heaviest energy has now come in and gone out. High noon, we start to splash in a little bit more sunshine, veiled clouds throughout the afternoon. It's going to be filtered throughout the evening hours. And then once we get into the overnight hours, we swing on through those westerly winds, and those westerly winds will be the ones that really kind of cool us down. Here's another system, the one that's coming in behind that. Area of low pressure moves out to sea. We're in the cold sector now. On Tuesday, this is likely going to be a moisture-laden system, but coming in the form of snowfall. That sets the stage for even colder weather moving back in. And look at this, by Tuesday and Wednesday, we're kind of hovering around the 30-degree mark. So again, around freezing. So any precip falling is likely going to be in the form of snowfall. Teens to 20s in the overnights, and look at Thursday morning, waking up in the lower teens with the feels like temperatures. Surely, Tiffany, will be in the single digits. And then after that, yet another storm in that long-term pattern.
I'm Tiffany Chan, and this has been a WBZ News Update. Have a great day.